All right, y'all. So I actually found a post that actually focused on women and height requirements. So we know that's one of the popular things that they demand. 6 feet tall or above. A lot of them actually see where they go as high as 6'4". Um, but actually, before I even get into the comments, I don't know if I said this in relations to any video or not, but I actually had the very last chick that I was talking to said that her man had to be 6 feet tall for reasons of protection. Ladies, this is a very irrational thing. It is very irrational. Why? Because if you're saying it's for protection and not arousal, well, he can carry a guy who's 5'5" can carry a gun and protect you quite well. At least in most states. I know some that have gun restrictions, but most of the time that height is not required to protect you. So using that is really not feasible. So I really think it's more of an arousal thing. And there's other examples as well, but we're just gonna go right into the comments from here. Well, but the caption says, "Do women miss out on a good man because of his height?" Let's just go. Only 174 comments, so not a lot. I'm gonna go from bottom to top. Not in this on 5'2". Danielle says, "No, what's for me is for me. If he ain't make the cut for whatever reason, he wasn't supposed to be mine." That didn't answer the question. That did not answer the question. My cousin Suri has dated a couple of guys that were shorter than she is, and they actually liked her to wear heels. That still didn't answer the question. I like shorter guys. I actually don't like guys real tall, but this dude is teeny. So what is a shorter guy then? The guy in the picture is about 5'4". So what do you consider shorter? 5'7"? Like he has to be eye level with you or something? I don't understand that. No, they're all disappointing players at times. So the guy who's often discriminated against is the player. All right. Most women aren't going to date short men, just like most men won't date a fat woman. And by date, I mean not just bag her after dark or doing the bare minimum to get sexual release from her. All right, Jaren, you fucking Captain Save 'em all. I don't understand the whole weight comparison to height ordeal. Short is not concerning to health. Short is not a more likely to stink or anything of that. Oh, and when you say fat women, dude, the cutoff, men start dropping women off their roster as far as weight is concerned. It's like, it is not even, the cutoff point for them is really high. And I mean really, really high. Chubby women don't have that much more problems getting men than fit women. They just don't. No. Now, maybe commitment wise, maybe a little, but not by a lot. Not by a lot. So health is directly linked. I mean, yeah, health is directly linked to your weight. If you're massively overweight, that's when it starts to be concerning. Other than that, simply being chubby or something like that is not an ordeal, and you can control your weight. Alrighty? Yes, 5 feet, and they have to be 5'11" or 6'4" taller. Probably. I'm 5'11" without shoes. I am certain I passed on some good ones along the way because I do not date little men. Didn't give a reason. Yes, probably, most definitely. Nah, I dated a few shorties. I either attracted attract super tall or short guys. No preference here. No, women do not miss out on any good man because of his height. You're out of your fucking mind. How can you miss out on something you don't want? Because literally everything else about him could be really good, right? He could be a good emotional person, good leader, good, earnings and all of that stuff. He could be a really good person, but because his height is immediate, nah, no. That is it's an irrational thing. It's an irrational thing to immediately cross off the list. We're not saying that it's irrational not to date a guy at all, but to immediately cross off the list as not a potential partner because of height is absolutely ridiculous. Because when you concentrate your focus into guys who are 6 feet and taller, I think not even half of guys are 6 feet and taller. So then you got to go, okay, are they straight? Are they attractive beyond height? Earning? Are they good earners? Are they good? Everything else. Jubilee did that video where she said something about height, and like half of the dudes stood up and left. So yes, you could miss out even if you say you don't want it, because again, it's an irrational reason to not want. This guy responds, the same way you can miss out on buying a stock like Google or Apple when it first came and could be a multi-millionaire. Same principle. That's very not simple, actually. She says, no, it really not a good comparison. It kind of is. It is. You may look at a company and think, I don't want that because of X. And it was initially offered at $1 and $1 a share. And now the company shares are 400. You didn't want to buy. Now you clearly will have been better off with it. She says, some people love bacon. Where the fuck are you going with this? Some people love bacon. Others won't touch pork. Those who won't touch it will tell you they ain't missing out. That's not to say bacon is not delicious. I probably could have used a better analogy since bacon really isn't good for anybody. But if you don't want something, then you're not missing out. Doesn't mean that there aren't wonderful men who are not within a woman's height preferences. But if they're not looking for a good man who also happens to be short, they probably would not feel like they're missing out on anything. I get her logic here. I get the way she's thinking with it. But again, the way other people are looking at it is you can have a experience with him that makes his height irrelevant. And if there's nothing that can make his height irrelevant, and I mean nothing, then that's the point of it being ridiculously irrational. For instance, right? I would love for, if I was to get married or something, I would love for her to be able to walk. Right? But if she's in a fucking wheelchair, this is a really bad example. But I want to die on this hill. But if getting to know her, if she compensates being in the wheelchair with other things and making life great, right? It might be able to overlook that. Again, I was going to die on that hill and I fucking did. Shit. Okay. But feelings don't make reality. The reality is she could very well be missing out on a good thing due to a man's height. If every tall man a woman dates abuses her, but there are shorter dudes who will treat her right, she's clearly missing out. Limiting your dating choices on height means you literally are missing out on the availability of some good men. Her feelings don't change facts in the least bit. Okay, at this point, we're pretty much just beating a brick wall. Because And ladies, this is a good thing. What we talk about a lot as far as your preferences and how your priorities in choosing your mates is kind of ridiculous, right? Because if you're literally saying you'd rather just be alone or settle for a cycle of tall guys before you date a short guy, well, there you go. Because I'd rather die trying to get rich than to live in a steady, clock punch in, punch out type of ordeal, in life. That's the best way I can think of to explain this. Women are like the guy that's always in the fucking studio at 45 or coming up with a bunch of get rich quick schemes than to just simply say, fuck it. I'm going to go and just get this warehouse job and have a decent apartment or something. Like that's women's dating preferences in a nutshell. I'm going out with a bang one way or another. No, I'm going to go with something that's quote unquote boring, right? The short guy who's a good man is like, he doesn't seem like he can kick anybody's ass, but all right, fine. Same thing. That's why as much as they talk about building some shit, it would never be a situation of, well, I guess when they get old or whatever, then it becomes okay, well, maybe now at 50, it's like, all right, where are the good guys? Where are the typical, punch in, punch out guys? All right, so that's how I'm going to relate that. She says, but I don't look at companies like that. And I have stock in Google and Apple before I can't remember. And what oh, that was not literal, lady. That wasn't, I'm backing out of this one. That was not fucking literal. What the fuck? Why did she do that? Anyway, Guy D. Williams says, this is my first post in this thread and someone has already blocked me. Okay. Yes, I'm guilty. Just probably says it too. Yeah, I'm guilty. I'd rather get rich, dying trying to get rich than to be comfortable. First off, Goog D. Williams, fuck you, D. Williams. Phil, you made this post with me in mind. JK, team, that's my ego speaking. Any woman on here that says she would date a man shorter than her is a damn lie. I'm going to tell you why. Because all women wear their high heels and not tower over their man. That's their measuring rod. And that's fucking stupid. That's incredibly stupid. You're not operating in the world of let's be rational. Because I can't wear heels and still be shorter than you, I cannot be with you at that point. And Jackie replies, but with social distancing, you can be far enough away to look the same height. Yeah, you didn't help. I'm 5'11". Most men are shorter than me. Tall women have the same issues. Men want shorties. I'm just a statue. Okay, now she brought up the point of men wanting women shorter than them. I've personally never made it well, I'm 6'1" myself, so I don't know. It's never been a problem. So I don't know if I can say that I never had that issue with wanting a shorter woman, because like 98% of them are shorter than me. I don't think I'd have a problem with a woman who's taller than me. I mean, as long as she's still attractive. So I don't know. I'm lost with that one. I don't know if I can have any input. I've never personally heard a dude say, "I need a woman who's shorter," but I'm not going to say that that guy doesn't exist or that's not a common thing. It's just never really been spoke out in the male spaces I've been involved in. All I can really say about that one. The average guy is 6 feet. What? No, he's not. You're still in the game. Unlike us vertical challenge guys, options are limited. Now, be honest. If a guy was 5'8" and approached you, would you take him seriously? The average guy is not 6 feet. Are y'all really this delusional? I know that this is the guy saying it. This is not true. The average guy is 5'9". Wow, I'll Google that later. The average guy is 5'9", people. Christina says, absolutely. My high school sweetheart was 5'8". He's an incredible man. I'm 5'11", so maybe. I still don't understand the problem with him being shorter than you. Because again, the protection thing is bullshit. Lady, let's ask this question. Are y'all really that, like, against participating in your own arousal, in your own orgasm? Are y'all really that against it? Is it really just such a big deal to not be able to show up and just bend over and have the work done? And I'm taking it this far because when y'all talk about the things that you like in a man as far as being attracted to him goes, it seems to be there are always things to immediately arouse you into not having to do anything. Hell, y'all like men with charisma and personality and all that type of shit for the exact same reason. Y'all literally will describe a guy where there's no work on your end to be done in the bedroom. Fucking Christ, dude. Are y'all this against it? Are y'all this against being productive in bed? Besides just showing the fuck up. Jeez. Because I know for a fact that that's what this is. This is one of those, I need to be aroused by him by default so I can come when I'm in bed. That's what this is. I know I have. I just can't find it in my heat to date a short man. I'll stay single forever before I do it. I don't understand how this is. And y'all say it so freely because just like, y'all are never saying for stupid shit. Just not. This is incredibly dumb. This is really dumb. A woman being so open with, before I date a short, good man, I just fucking stay single. But yet dudes who are, MGTOW or IPMOR and all that stuff is like, I'd rather stay single before I fucking put myself in the dangers of the American system. Oh, you're weak. But when a woman wants all this irrational shit, it's not weak. Probably, but I'm 5'10". And if he's shorter than me, I feel like his protector. So I won't settle for shorter. Yes, it's my issue. Tried it and I still felt like a protector and I don't like that feeling. I want to feel my man as my protector, and height plays a small part of that, unfortunately. Another thing, ladies. This whole he must feel like your protector. All right, so why do y'all get upset when dudes use the S word then? So when dudes are like, yeah, I must feel like she's submissive. Oh, what? What is she submitting to? Well, I'm fucking taller than you. Submit to that, bitch. And whatever your insult after that is absolutely right. Yep, because one very special, crucial position, we're all about the same height. Have I gotten a witness? But seriously though, this whole protector thing, this is the equivalent to us saying something like that. I want to feel like you're my submissive and all this stuff, right? So what are you doing for your protector? Are you just by default like, yes, he's taller than me, so and stronger than me, so I'm the one that must do the feminine chores around the house, quote unquote. Does that come with the being shorter than the man? All the time. I'm almost 6 feet and will date shorties, but sadly most women won't. Here's another thing with this whole I'm a taller woman. What are we going to say about you then? Now that I'm thinking about this. All you chicks are almost 6 feet tall and won't date guys because you don't feel protected. Do you not feel like a masculine ass woman then? Because that's what you have to do. You have to say that about yourself if you're going to say that towards him. I feel like you're a protector, so you feel masculine, right? You feel slightly like a man, right? I believe so. I've dated a few up to 5'11". However, many literally looked down on me and eliminate me without engaging. 5 feet, so everybody is taller than me. I think good short men with a complex miss out on good taller women because of his height. You really wanted to flip that shit around? Really? All these comments about women just being cold-hearted, fuck no, I ain't doing that. You really are going to say they miss out because maybe they don't want to put up with that shit. I'm pretty sure some of y'all are insulting enough to like tap him on his head or something. I'm 5'2", so mostly everybody taller than me. I've never been approached by a guy shorter than me. Exact height, yes, but his attitude was horrible. Wonder why. It's primal. A larger man represents protection. But with a big brain, lots of confidence, kind of cute, charming, funny, and long feet, a short man can overcome that with many women. So if this dude has a laundry list of shit on his side, he might be able to overcome a few women's height preference. He ain't even throw cash in there, but I'm sure cash ups too. Shit. I'm petite, so height is not something I focus on. Yes, poor little guy. After perusing this thread, I'm unnerved that so many ladies are equating their height preferences to weight predilection of some of the men. If ever there was a false equivalence. By the way, I know plenty of sisters who won't give a rotund brother the time of day. So let's keep that shit real and honest. As far as I know, we all have a measurable height, which cannot be altered without extreme difficulty. In addition, we all weigh something, but we do have far more ability to modify that. These characteristics are incomparable. There's no arguing that there are qualities we each have a penchant for. However, let's not conflate them. I'll be the first to admit that I prefer ladies who are reasonably good shape. In terms of height, though, I don't give a damn. I dated a woman who was 4'7", another who was 6'2", barefoot. I like turn heels. Bottom line, unless we're discussing proportions in general or how height may be relative to someone's height, some of y'all need to quit. Again, like there are Lizzo. There are women who are big who won't date big men and blame it on other shit. And I think I told y'all it was a post where a big girl said in response to apparently another post where, y'all, what the fuck I like dating somebody as big as me when I'm already big. I like muscular guys who can throw me around. I like shit like that. And it was made out to be this like people shaming her for not wanting a guy who looks just like her, despite that she has put nothing into not looking like her, which is the real thing people point at. So it's like y'all really will come up with different ways to evade explaining why you have a particular preference, all the while making it seem like men are not. Oh, God damn it. I dated ladies that were 6'1", 6'2", tallest was 6'5". You're a decent height, though. Why do y'all keep responding like that? Why do y'all keep responding with no matter what his height must be taller than mine? That's not even the original question. They said, do women miss out on good men because of height? Why do you keep responding as no matter what your height is, his height must always be taller? This shit is stupid. Do y'all see how measuring everything based on you? Because y'all do the same thing with money. Like, look at the women who say, I'm 5 foot flat, so it doesn't matter because they're all taller than me. So, a woman who's 5'2", dates a man who's 5'8", because he's then the protector. But a woman who's 5'9" won't date the same guy because then he won't then be the protector. How fucking stupid is that? I think there are enough people for everyone to find their match. Men over 6'1" should get the fine honeys, and short men get the leftover boogie wolves. Okay, that wasn't a really funny joke, but no, applause for you. I'm 5'11". No, sir. I feel like putting him in a headlock. Must be nice to be that tall. I'm a short guy magnet. They keep shooting their shot but can't jump. I'm sure we all miss out for one reason or another. I'm 5'11", so it goes both ways, right? No, it really doesn't. But way to, cover your tracks, though. Attitude determines altitude. Those of us with Napoleon complex are silent, knotting the nose. To answer your question, women miss out on good men because of poor judgment skills. Judging a man by his height is a poor judging method. Alrighty. I'm short as hell and don't really care. There are plenty of women needing men than men wanting them. I've been picked by women because of my height my entire life. But when I take a realistic look, most of them are unhappy with themselves, have had horrible relationships because of their own personal choices, and are negative and toxic. Women tend to blame everyone and everything for their unhappiness while neglecting the common factor, I'm all their scenarios, which is them. I've never heard a short man crying in church, Lord, please send me a woman. His prayer, Lord, which one shouldn't choose, or why can't I just have them both, or all of them? Why? Because there are plenty of women out there who are simple, satisfied with a good man. That person really needs to learn how to fucking type. Not if one's top priority is physical stature presence. If personality, morals, work ethic, and father material are most important, then they're definitely missing some opportunities. That was the question. Why'd you word it like that? That was the question. I think I'm gonna read these last two because it seems like this is long as hell. We all miss out on the possibilities of others due to physical preferences. But that's just a human social construct that we all play. No, do not do that. We all miss out on the possibilities of others due to physical preferences. Stop. Because you're just dressing up the but men don't like fat women argument. You're just dressing it up with this. Stop it. All right. It's come on, yo. Really? All right, let's look at that picture one last time. Damn, he is like super small, but look, listen. And then, oh, I didn't even realize this. That guy has two women, right? And that's another thing. I personally say, and this is like a side step here, but it's in the picture, so whatever. I really believe that society in general, but mainly women, because y'all are the ones who mainly are okay with this. Why don't y'all just share these niggas, yo? All these dudes y'all having babies about. Why don't you just fucking share them? Like, why not? That makes the most sense right now. Why don't y'all just openly have a polygynous relationship, right? And I know the answer, and we'll try to overcome that, which is that requires structure, which means it requires responsibility, obligation to someone other than yourself. So that once y'all get over that, and honestly, all this shit y'all talk about with money, but do y'all realize if y'all do this the proper way, y'all would have a lot more fucking money? Y'all would be able to live in those big dumbass houses y'all talk about if y'all just go ahead and the same dudes y'all be having all these fucking kids by. All y'all came together. Well, I mean, besides the ones of you who have them by the dudes that's in jail. You know what? Never mind. Be right, not positive.